He who is brave is free. Seneca. What if I told you that the pangs of jealousy you, or the women in your life, feel aren't just random emotions but deeply rooted psychological signals you can understand and even use to your advantage? Imagine transforming jealousy from a source of pain and conflict into a powerful tool for personal growth and stronger relationships. Welcome to the psychology of female jealousy. Use it to your advantage. Stoicism. In this video, we'll dive into the hidden mechanics behind female jealousy through the lens of Stoic philosophy, ancient wisdom that teaches us how to master our emotions rather than be controlled by them. Jealousy is often seen as negative, but what if it's actually an opportunity? What if understanding its roots could help you build deeper trust, foster healthier communication, and even boost your confidence? This isn't about manipulation, it's about empowerment through insight. Stay tuned till the very end because the most powerful strategies to transform jealousy into your secret weapon will be revealed there. Don't miss out on unlocking the timeless Stoic keys to emotional mastery, because when you learn to harness jealousy wisely, you gain freedom. Let's get started. Number 1. Understanding the root causes of female jealousy from a psychological perspective. Jealousy, it's one of those emotions that can sneak up on you, gnawing away quietly or bursting in like a storm. When it comes to female jealousy, understanding its root causes isn't just about labeling it as irrational or petty. Instead, it's about diving deep into the psychological layers that give birth to this feeling. You need to realize that jealousy isn't just a random spark. It's often a signal, a reflection of something deeper inside. It could be a fear of loss, insecurity about self-worth, or anxiety about your place in a relationship or social group. The Stoics teach us to look within first before blaming the outside world. Said, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. So, the next time jealousy arises, remember that it's your interpretation of the situation that fuels it, not the situation itself. You have to train yourself to identify what exactly triggers jealousy. Is it the fear that you're not enough? Or maybe it's a worry that you might lose someone important to you. Often, jealousy is tied to a vulnerability that hasn't been fully acknowledged or healed. When you recognize this, you're not helpless. You're empowered to change your perspective and respond differently. Instead of reacting with frustration or anger, you can practice a moment of pause, a space to breathe and assess your feelings. Ask yourself, is this feeling rooted in fact, or is it a projection of my fears? This kind of self-inquiry is a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger your emotional resilience becomes. Stoicism offers practical wisdom here too. It encourages you to focus on what's within your control, your thoughts, your actions, your judgments, and let go of what is. You can't control how others behave or what they say, but you can control your reaction. Instead of letting jealousy hijack your mind, imagine it as a signpost pointing you towards areas where you might grow. It's not about suppressing the emotion, but understanding it fully. This shift in mindset turns jealousy from a destructive force into a guide that helps you uncover unmet needs or unresolved insecurities. Here's a simple exercise for you. When jealousy surfaces, write down exactly what you're feeling and what you think caused it. Then, list what is actually within your control in this situation. You'll likely find the core of your jealousy isn't external at all but internal, a belief or fear that you can challenge and change. Over time, this practice will create space between your emotions and your reactions, giving you power over jealousy rather than allowing it to power over you. Remember, jealousy can be a teacher. As Seneca said, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Your mind might be spinning stories far worse than the truth. When you catch yourself there, bring yourself back to the present moment. Acknowledge the feeling, accept it without judgment, then gently remind yourself that your value isn't determined by comparisons or fears. This is how you reclaim your power, by seeing jealousy clearly, learning from it, and choosing your response wisely. That's not just strength. That's Stoic wisdom in action, helping you turn even the hardest emotions into tools for your growth. Number 2, how Stoic philosophy helps manage and transform jealousy into personal growth. Jealousy, especially female jealousy, is a tough emotion to face. It sneaks in quietly, gnaws at your peace, and sometimes feels like a storm you can't control. But what if I told you that jealousy doesn't have to be your enemy? What if it could actually become a powerful tool for your own growth? That's where Stoic philosophy comes in, offering a way not just to manage jealousy, but to transform it into something that pushes you forward instead of holding you back. The Stoics teach us that our feelings are not dictated by external events, but by how we interpret and respond to them. Said it best: you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. When jealousy surfaces, your mind is reacting to a story you tell yourself about what's happening around you, maybe about someone else's success, attention, or qualities. The key is to realize that this story is within your control. You can start by observing jealousy without judgment. Notice the feelings as they arise, but don't let them sweep you away. The Stoics encourage you to see emotions as signals, not commands. When jealousy strikes, pause and ask yourself, what is this really telling me about my own values or desires? Instead of drowning in comparison or resentment, use jealousy as a mirror. What does it reveal about what you want? Is it recognition, love, security, or self-worth? Once you pinpoint the root, you have a direction for growth. The next step is to shift your focus from what others have to what you can cultivate in yourself. Epictetus reminds us, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. So don't just think about overcoming jealousy, live the change. Build habits that reinforce your inner strength. Practice daily reflection where you remind yourself that your value is not diminished by others' achievements. Train your mind to appreciate your own journey, no matter how different it looks from someone else. Another powerful Stoic tool is the practice of negative visualization, imagining losing what you cherish to appreciate it more deeply and detach from fear-driven jealousy. This might sound harsh, but it rewires your thinking. By regularly contemplating impermanence, you free yourself from clinging to what triggers jealousy and gain gratitude for what you already possess. This practice transforms jealousy from a source of pain into a prompt for gratitude and acceptance. Don't just take my word for it, try it yourself. Spend a few minutes each day imagining the loss of something you value, then come back to the present with a fresh perspective. This strengthens your resilience and reduces the sting of jealousy. Jealousy also fades when you realize that comparing yourself to others is a losing game. The Stoics teach us that your only true competitor is your past self. Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." When jealousy creeps in, remind yourself that true wealth is contentment with what you have, not what others possess. Make it your mission to improve, not by surpassing others, but by becoming the best version of you. Set goals that align with your values, and measure progress by your own standards, not by someone else's highlights. You hold the power to transform jealousy into a catalyst for personal evolution. It demands practice and patience, but each time you face jealousy with Stoic calm, you strengthen your inner fortress. Start today. The next time jealousy rises, don't push it away or drown in it. Observe it, understand it, and use it as fuel to grow. This is not about denying your feelings, but mastering them. As Epictetus says, no man is free who is not master of himself. You have everything it takes to turn jealousy from a shadow into a spotlight that reveals your path to growth. Embrace that power and watch how your life changes. Number 3, recognizing jealousy as a signal for self-awareness and emotional intelligence. Jealousy is often painted as a purely negative emotion, something to be avoided or suppressed. But what if I told you that jealousy is actually a powerful signal, an invitation to deepen your self-awareness and boost your emotional intelligence? When you start to recognize jealousy not as a weakness but as a messenger, you open a door to profound personal growth. The Stoics teach us to welcome every feeling as an opportunity to practice virtue and gain wisdom. One said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." In other words, jealousy is not the enemy. It's your mind's way of telling you to pause, reflect, and recalibrate. When jealousy stirs within you, it's tempting to react immediately, maybe with defensiveness, anger, or withdrawal. But instead of running away from it, lean in and ask yourself, what exactly is this feeling revealing about my inner world? Maybe it's pointing to a fear of loss, a shadow of insecurity, or a desire for deeper connection. These aren't flaws, they're clues. By acknowledging these signals without judgment, you cultivate a sharper sense of self. Emotional intelligence starts here, knowing your emotions, naming them, and understanding their origins before they control your actions. Try this. The next time jealousy surfaces, pause and take a deep breath. Don't rush to push the feeling away. Instead, observe it as if you were an impartial witness. What physical sensations accompany it? Is your chest tightening? Does your mind race with certain stories or assumptions? Write these observations down or simply note them mentally. This simple practice trains your mind to hold space for discomfort without getting overwhelmed. Over time, you'll notice your reactions become less impulsive and more deliberate. You might wonder how this awareness actually shifts power back into your hands. It's simple. When you understand what jealousy is communicating, you stop being its victim. You reclaim control. Instead of letting jealousy dictate your behavior, you decide how to respond thoughtfully. This is the essence of Stoic resilience, mastering your inner state so external events lose their grip on your peace of mind. Epictetus reminded us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. When jealousy appears, see it as a practice ground for this principle. To truly use jealousy to your advantage, commit to daily reflection. Ask yourself, which moments triggered jealousy today? What did these moments teach me about my needs and values? How can I address these needs constructively rather than letting jealousy fester? Use journaling or quiet meditation to explore these questions. By consistently turning inward with honesty and compassion, you strengthen your emotional muscles and cultivate an unshakable sense of calm. Remember, self-awareness is not about perfection. You won't eliminate jealousy overnight, nor should you try to. Instead, aim to become a curious student of your mind, treating each surge of jealousy as a lesson rather than a flaw. The Stoics embraced discomfort as a path to freedom, knowing that true power comes from mastering yourself, not your circumstances. So the next time jealousy knocks, don't slam the door. Welcome it in, listen carefully, and respond with wisdom. This shift in perspective transforms jealousy from a stumbling block into a stepping stone on your journey toward emotional mastery and inner peace. Number 4, practical Stoic techniques to stay calm and composed during jealous moments. Jealousy is a fire that can quickly consume your peace of mind if you let it. But what if you could step back, watch that fire without getting burned, and keep your calm even in the heat of those intense emotions? That's where Stoic techniques come into play, helping you navigate jealousy with grace, strength, and clarity. When jealousy hits, your first move should be to recognize that the storm is inside you, not out there. Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. So when you feel that sting of jealousy creeping in, pause. Don't let your mind spiral into accusations or fears. Instead, take a deep breath and remind yourself that jealousy is just a signal, an emotional signal, not a command. It doesn't have to control your actions or dictate your thoughts. One powerful practice you can adopt is what called the view from above. Imagine looking down on yourself from a great height, seeing the situation with detachment. Your jealous feelings, while real, are just a tiny part of the vast human experience. This mental exercise helps you gain perspective, shrinking jealousy to its rightful size, no bigger than it truly deserves. Another technique is to reframe the situation by focusing on what you can control, your own thoughts and responses. You can't control other people's actions or feelings, but you can control how you interpret and react to them. Instead of letting jealousy twist your mind into knots, ask yourself what lessons you can learn from this feeling. Is it highlighting insecurities you can work on? Is it pointing you toward values you want to strengthen, like trust or patience? Use jealousy as a doorway to personal growth rather than a trap that limits you. Daily reflection is another cornerstone of Stoic calm. Take a moment each day to quietly examine your emotions without judgment. When jealousy comes up, write down what triggered it and how you responded. This simple habit trains your mind to become more aware, less reactive. You'll start to notice patterns, and with awareness comes power. You don't have to be a slave to your feelings. You can become the master of them. Remember Seneca's advice: we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Often, jealousy is fueled by imagined threats, stories your mind creates. By grounding yourself in the present moment and what is actually happening, you pull yourself out of anxiety and into clarity. Finally, practice gratitude. It sounds simple, but it's transformative. When jealousy threatens to take over, list 3 things you truly appreciate about yourself or your relationships. Gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance, from fear to security. It's a way to remind yourself that your worth and happiness are not dependent on external validation or comparisons. You become anchored in your own strength, calm, and dignity. So the next time jealousy rises, don't fight it with resistance or denial. Meet it with curiosity, awareness, and the steady hand of Stoic wisdom. You have within you the tools to stay composed, to rise above the moment, and to turn jealousy into a stepping stone toward a more peaceful and empowered you. The power is in your hands. Choose to wield it with calm. Number 5, using insights from jealousy to improve relationships and communication. Jealousy is often seen as a trap, a dark, uncomfortable feeling best avoided or suppressed. But what if you flip that idea on its head? What if jealousy, especially in relationships, isn't just a negative emotion but a powerful signal that can guide you toward deeper understanding and better connection? The Stoics taught us to pay close attention to our feelings, not to be ruled by them, but to learn from them. Said, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this, you have the power to revoke at any moment. You have the power to change how jealousy shapes your relationships, turn it into a tool instead of a weapon. When jealousy arises, it's a sign, a signal from your inner world about what matters to you, what you value. Instead of letting it fester as suspicion or resentment, use it as a chance to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, what does this feeling really tell me about my needs and fears? Maybe it points to a need for more reassurance or honest communication. Maybe it reveals a deeper insecurity you hadn't fully acknowledged before. This kind of honest introspection is the first step toward transforming jealousy into constructive insight. But don't stop there. The real power lies in how you communicate this understanding to your partner. The Stoics remind us that clear, rational communication is key to any strong relationship. Jealousy often blinds us, causing us to react impulsively, but you have the ability to break that pattern. Instead of lashing out or shutting down, take a breath and speak from a place of calm awareness. Share what you've discovered about your feelings without blame or accusation. I feel uneasy when. Or I realize I need more connection around. These kinds of statements open the door for honest dialogue and mutual understanding. You're not just sharing feelings. You're inviting your partner into your inner world, building a bridge rather than a wall. This is a practice, a skill to cultivate, turning vulnerability into strength. It takes courage, no doubt, but it's a courage rooted in self-awareness and wisdom. Seneca advised, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." By numbing your feelings clearly and calmly, you reduce their power to harm and increase your power to heal. Taking this approach doesn't mean jealousy will vanish overnight, but it shifts the dynamic. Instead of jealousy being a source of conflict, it becomes a catalyst for growth, both personal and relational. When you start seeing jealousy as feedback, you can work with it, not against it. You learn what boundaries need adjusting, where trust needs rebuilding, and how to be more present for one another. It's like having a map through tricky emotional terrain. You can choose to listen, learn, and adapt rather than react and regret. Try this exercise. Next time jealousy bubbles up, don't rush to push it away or blame it on your partner. Instead, journal about what it's really telling you. Write down the underlying needs or fears beneath the surface. Then, when you feel ready, share those insights gently with your partner. Notice how this changes the conversation. This simple practice rewires your emotional responses, making your relationships more resilient and authentic. Remember, you hold the reins of your mind. As Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Jealousy doesn't have to be a storm that sweeps you off your feet. It can be a compass that guides you toward greater connection, clearer communication, and stronger love. When you learn to use jealousy wisely, you don't just survive relationship challenges, you transform them into opportunities for profound growth. So lean into this discomfort with courage, curiosity, and kindness toward yourself. You have everything it takes to turn jealousy from a weakness into a powerful strength in your journey. Thank you for diving deep into the psychology of female jealousy with me. Remember, jealousy isn't just an emotion to fear or suppress. It's a powerful signal you can learn from and even use to your advantage. By embracing Stoic principles, you gain the strength to understand these feelings without being controlled by them. If you found value in this video, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights that help you master your emotions and life. Drop your thoughts or experiences with jealousy in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Stay calm, stay wise, and keep turning challenges into growth. Until next time, take control of your mind and live with purpose.